So you've been having libido issues and you want to be back at your peak as quickly as possible. It's very understandable. No one wants to be declining in that sense, especially when you're in your 20s or 30s. It's not good at any age. And you definitely don't want to be reliant on Viagra because then you really will feel like an old man. Um, and guys in previous generations never had to do this, so it's definitely good that you want to address this. And there are some supplements that can make a huge difference. Now, I want to preempt this. This is assuming your body fat percentage isn't ridiculously high, because if it is really high, that's the first thing you need to fix. And it's also assuming that you are getting some kind of light in the morning. So that means either sunlight, which is the best, or red light therapy. Because if you're not getting any significant light in the morning, which is pretty common in the winter, your circadian rhythm is going to be off. You're not going to be sleeping properly. Your cortisol timing is going to be off. Your adrenaline is going to be off. You're going to have all kinds of hormonal things that's going to make it very difficult to have morning wood. So I'm assuming that your body fat percentage in your light routine is on point, because these are the most basic things. But if you've got those most basic things on point, then it's time to look at the supplements and hopefully be back living a life of good bedroom action, and knowing that you're not going to be disappointing anyone and feeling embarrassed and that kind of thing, which I know is very common. So yeah, without any further ado, here are the 5 supplements I would say. Especially in the winter, vitamin D3 is a big one. You can get injections for this. They're quite expensive though. So I think most people are going to be taking vitamin D3 sprays or tablets. Really, really good stuff though is things like fatty fish, egg yolks, even like shellfish can be pretty good. Horse meat, surprisingly, exotic meat, and I realize this is going to be a little bit controversial, but that's very, very good for omega-3. Fatty fish is the big one. Trout is big. All kinds of seafood is amazing for vitamin D3. It's a very, very good way to get the D3 in if you're not huge on supplements. If it's the winter, so the sun's not really there. D3 is extremely important. Horny goatweed can be hit or miss, but quite a lot of guys do notice some real benefits from it. Tonka Ali is another one that can be very, very powerful, partly because of the testosterone boost, partly because of the cortisol reduction. This is assuming it doesn't mess with your sleep. Some guys, it seems to mess their sleep up, but it's hit or miss. If you take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, that's how you reduce the risk of it messing with anything. If you take it later in the day, it's more likely to keep your brain overly active. So Tonka Ali is very good. L-citrulline is a really good one because it opens up the blood vessels. I've spoken about it a few times before. It definitely improves blood flow. It improves morning wood. I had a Canadian client that I was talking to last week. He swears by L-citrulline, and he used to have problems with morning wood. L-citrulline with kind of reducing lifestyle stress was the thing that worked really well for him. You can get a lot of L-citrulline in things like watermelon, and I believe coconut water as well. But if you just want convenience, then the supplement's obviously going to be great. A 5th one is something I've not really spoken about much, which is resveratrol. This is the active ingredient in red wine and red grapes. This is, if you've ever had, and I've had this many times because I'm a big fan of red wine, if you've had quite a bit of red wine the night before and you're remotely muscular, and then you wake up the next morning and you notice your veins are popping like way more than normal, and you don't really have this from beer, but you do have it from red wine. it's the resveratrol that's doing that. It forces the blood vessels open. And if you want to do like a clean version of this, then red grapes, having lots of red grapes, similar kind of thing. But if you want a supplement, then yeah, resveratrol is a good one because it, like L-citrulline, it tends to open up the blood vessels, helps with morning wood for that reason. But yeah, they are the 5 supplements to check out. They are good for libido, morning wood. And then if you're still having problems though, despite all that, I would seriously look at focusing on sleep, because it's, even for me, so my testosterone is now just over 1,000. It's 1020. Even at my testosterone level, morning wood will go downhill if I don't have a good night's sleep. Like, it's so correlated with sleep, it is unreal. So if you're still having problems despite all that, I would just like seriously focus on sleep. Sleep is such a huge deal. And there's a lot that goes into sleep. This is where I help guys out with consulting. It can change your life by fixing your sleep. I don't really tweet about it that much because tweets on sleep never pop off. Instagram posts never do well on sleep, but it's where I actually have the biggest impact on people, I would say, with clients and consulting. It's like one of those things that you tell it to the public and people just don't really care. The average person doesn't care because they want to just pop pills to fix all their problems. But the serious guys get serious results from the boring stuff. So that's where it pays to be a little bit boring sometimes. But to shift gears and focus on excitement, we're coming up to the end of 2025. A video that I did that did very well was 5 things I would do. Sorry, no, if I had to get to 800 testosterone before the end of 2025, this is what I would do. Check out that video if you're looking for some quick results and quick actions that you can take to improve your situation. It was a very popular video. I think you'll find it very, very useful. I'll see you there.